Hey, we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Hennessy Williams, straight out of Augusta, Georgia.
I love Mike when you are serious, like
man, straight
Hennessy
out of Augusta, Georgia.
Williams,
my guy,
out of Augusta, Georgia.
My guy.
Like
let me see if I can dig him up.
Definitely. All right, y'all. It's 7:00, and we are on time, and we are on air. Hey, Rocky.
He said, "Ladies, get your towels ready."
He said, "Lady, now you know what? I've been watching Hennessy Williams for a little bit. Hennessy, you need to stop being so nasty. Having women on action. Oh, jeez.
We gonna make sure we just kick it off with Hennessy since Hennessy's on.
Definitely. Soulful Discussions, 105.7 FM out of Freeport, Illinois. It is time. Yes, it is. It's about time to kick it off with some Hennessy Williams out of Augusta, Georgia.
Let me get things checked here real quick. Okay?
Yeah. I like a little boy Malaysia, don't What's up, Marvell? How you doing? Ebony, how you doing, babe? Right, what's up?
I'm looking for something else.
Melissa, you want to do my hair like that one day?
Hello, everybody.
I'm so inspired.
What up?
We got this coming to a America-themed event on the 17th that I'm going to. I'm so excited.
Man, I can't even spell Galveston right now. G-A-L.
Galveston, Texas?
V-E-N. No, it's the N, ain't it?
Okay.
Yeah. S-T-O-N.
V-E-N-S-T-O-N.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir. Y'all about ready? Hey, Miss Gloria, how you doing?
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Ryan. I'm ready.
Woo! You ready, right? Did you turn me up?
Yeah. Galveston, Texas, and those Walmart massacres.
Nope.
Man,
Nope. You turn me up. My song, my music.
Yeah, definitely. What?
You got new music, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He said, dang, you look delicious. You know how to start off right now.
My guy, Hennessy Williams.
Yeah.
Eat On is the name of the song. Watch out.
Only on
y'all type y'all comments in here so I can get them in with the radio discussion today.
815-312-3172.
That's your song, huh, Mike? Police and Fair.
That's because I ain't talking. Can you hear me now? Let me get my heat on. Man, let me tell you something. It was a beautiful thing. We had a good turnout. I was really surprised. Man, you know what? I think one of the things that I heard from multiple people that was there, they pulled me over to the side. So next time we got to remember next year, we need to almost do like a interview for the team, like the people that's out there.
Right.
Because everybody said, you know what? Freeport needed this. This is exactly what we needed, and like they truly felt like family. And to see so many people stick to the end of it,
yes.
I was like, yeah, they liking on Flight Radio 105.7. They liking on. They liking on that. I think they felt the love.
Yeah.
I mean, and what I love most about it is to sit out there and see folks that may not look like us. Mm-hmm. It was folks of all different shades out there, different ages, young.
That's right.
Seasoned, I don't say old, young, seasoned, knowledgeable.
What kind of seasoning?
Folks.
Because some seasoning got got MSG.
Man, please. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We had Mrs. Dash out there. We had that cheap brand from Aldi's. We had some of that Savon seasoning. We had seasoned salts. We had salt, pepper.
Lowry's.
We had Lowry's. You know, we had it all out there for that night, and it was just beautiful. I mean,
my son's still talking about it.
Oh my God.
He was at doctor's appointment. He told the doctor, I was on stage, I danced, I met Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to like everybody, man. There was so many people that played a major part in that. And like the list goes on. Mike would give me the list. He told me I read it out so fast, so I'm not gonna read it out at all.
Right.
But just everybody that played a major part, whether you came, whether you shared a flyer, it meant the world to us. Why? Because guess what? We're just trying to be the change that we want to see.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. Each and
Yes.
every person that we come in contact, the whole point is to make sure that they feel loved. And guess what? We did it, y'all.
Yes.
Ooh, wait.
Yes.
I don't know how we pulled it off within 2 months.
We got it done.
We did. But guess what? We got something else coming up.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun. I can't share it, huh? I cannot share it. I can't share it. No sharing, can't done share it. Well, too bad, y'all. I can't share it. So when it all boils down, we have something beautiful coming up for the family. As you know, we think about family events. We're always thinking about food. We got to have food because I'm hungry. Not saying it's going to be free this time, but it's going to be food out there. Yes.
Yeah,
And one thing about Flight Radio is always about tons of fun. So definitely gonna have a lot of fun. We have artists of all magnitudes, all different genres
Shout
out
out to
there.
them.
They showed out. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what's up.
And I just love all y'all. That's all I gotta
Really?
say. I do, man.
That's what's up. That's what's
I
up.
kind of like y'all a little bit, just a tad bit. I can get used to this crew right here. Like we just like one big old family. We just help each other, and I love it.
Yeah.
Definitely. What'd you say, Mike?
No, I was saying yes, and then we love you too.
Oh, that's what I was waiting because
That's
nobody
what I
told
was
me they
saying.
love me back.
Yeah, I just want to
Man,
say
she
that.
trying to get
Yes,
this old.
we love
She
you
trying
too.
to get this old.
Mushy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
no.
want y'all to cry or something.
Ain't gonna happen.
You know that song that said, "We cry together." We cry together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you know you
But
was
he was
crying.
talking about getting back over a breakup. He trying to fix
Well,
that.
you know what, Tony? After me winning 3 times in a row, I know that felt like a breakup when I let you win. Whoa. Look at Mike over here like, oh, it's war over here. All right, y'all. This one. Hennessy Williams over here on the line. We started today out with Hennessy Williams out of Augusta, Georgia. The man said, let me get my heat on. Oh, Jesus. Oh, y'all, we're going to talk about a couple of things. What? I can't help that. Y'all, we're going to talk about the guy that was laid down the street with the rope by the police in Galveston, Texas.
While they was on horse.
While they was on board.
Handcuffed.
Handcuffed.
Led
down-
handcuffed. Then they
led down
tied
the street.
his handcuffs together with the rope,
Yeah.
and they made him walk between the two horses. So he
Yeah, like you missed out.
they walked him down the street like a trophy.
You know, and it's what was funny, the reason why I want to talk about this, but I do want to put a disclaimer out here. The views and opinions of us host. Guess what? It's not sorry, a reflection of Flight Radio. It is just our personal opinion. So, just want to throw that out there. So yeah, just to see that, y'all, it was just kind of disheartening because it almost led us back to the days of the slavery days when you saw that industry. They paraded us around before they hung up. Well, not us. I'm gonna say our forefathers and things of that nature, our ancestors hung us up in the dang on trees and things of that nature. And it, you know, whether or not it was the right thing to do, it's just a bad look. Whether or not their intentions were good or bad, you know. Of course, this has gained some national attention all around the world. But what was most important is to see some of the about the gentleman's background. Most people don't know that this guy was homeless. Yes, he was told multiple times about trespassing, but also we find out that he has a mental disorder, bipolar, and schizophrenia. So like to see things like that, like we talk about mental illness and things of that nature, but you know it kind of hurts, you know, to see this man out here paraded like that, man. I mean, it's not a good look.
Well, they gonna never be a good one.
Period.
And that's one of the things like we talked about, like we saying before the show, was when it comes to situations like this, it's just not one situation. You know what I'm saying? You see the disparities and how different the cultures are treated. I was reading up on Florida. Florida, almost 80% of the ticket citations for jaywalking, pedestrian trespassing, are used to stop and question or just basically disenfranchise or humiliate African Americans.
I think what you were going to say, Mike. I'm
Nothing.
sorry. I mean, when it all boils down, like every area has their laws and bylaws of what's supposed to happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure ain't no law out there telling these folks to walk these folks around with no dang on rope. I'm just saying, like, how come they couldn't just like call for backup and had the police put them in the cars like normal? Like that just don't seem right. Like
I told you, it was for a trophy.
From the article, from what I read in the article, I think they said this was a old protocol that it's just something they never got rid of. So it's something that they
Let
used
me
to
find
do.
out.
Yeah, they said it's still in play, but now they're making moves to make it so it's no longer a protocol. But
That's
it's something that
damage
they
control.
said.
Definitely.
That's
Yeah.
damage control.
Yeah.
Because they know that there's legal action coming behind it. So a lot of that stuff is just it's lip service now.
Yeah.
We're under damage control because people, like they brought people saying, well, this has been done before and they've been doing it. But what happened was somebody seen it, somebody, recorded it, and it spread, which the chief of police said they easily could have called for backup because there was patrol that wasn't far. They wanted to walk that man down that street like a trophy.
Yep.
And wanted everybody to see it was nothing more than public humiliation.
Yep.
Definitely. You know what was funny is that his sister said she contacted the police and told them, hey, I think you guys need to find a way to take this picture down because if you don't, it's getting national attention. So they did reach out. The sister did reach out to him and let him know. But what's funny is how did they not know that this was taking place? And I get it. It was supposed to be abolished, just like slavery and inequality in this world. I mean, for us, the difficult part is how do we continue to trust police officers when they're making these decisions like this? It's crazy. Like, how are we going to overcome it? And that's the thing. Like, there's so many things, whether or not I see companies do it, no difference than Starbucks when they had to go and shut down all their Starbucks and make, the changes to inclusive culture. Like, come on now. Now, if this don't make all police departments stop and say, listen, y'all, we need to get on the right track, then what else will?
But that's my question. What we saying if this don't? We got to look at this has been going on
for years.
And what happens is, this is the thing, if that would have, I firmly believe, if that would have been a white male, it basically would have been job ending, career ending for those officers.
For life.
So when we look at these things, you got to go back to policing. How was policing started? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Policing was started through slavery with, with the bounty hunters, the catchers. Mm-hmm. And then we went to vagrancy laws. You know what I'm saying? Jaywalking and all those things, those are trickle-down effects of vagrancy laws. And that's how we're depicted. And we're always viewed self-imagery-wise for black and brown Americans as the villain, the bad one. And if you look at Westerns, you know what I'm saying? When they scalped Indians, you know what I'm saying? When they caught the black bank robber, and whatever they did was seen as heroic. Mm-hmm. So these is images and history that's been implanted in people's mind through years, through family lineage. Yeah. So they see it as doing something heroic.
Well, I doubt it now with the attention it's getting. What you got?
I think we have to look at like what it takes to become a police officer. It doesn't even take a bachelor's degree to become a police officer. All it takes is a high school diploma. You're supposed to have no criminal background, but some places take misdemeanors, and then you go to a school for about 6-7 weeks, and that's how you become a police officer. Mm-hmm. They're not put through training. They're not put through the mental training. They're not put through any of that. These are regular people who just want a 9 to 5, and then they're just taught little bitty stuff and then put out on the street, and that's it. Most of them, you can read them the penal codes, and they won't even know what they are.
Yeah, because you see that like all the time on live,
the
and you see the
time.
people, and the thing about it is, I always tell people there's good people, good cops, and there's bad cops. There's just like there's good teachers and bad teachers, and sometimes what happens is we lump all of them together, and then we just get frustrated, and that's where we are right now in society. We get frustrated because guess what? We're not being treated right in equality. We get frustrated when you get to your leadership, and they're not treating you, and the question is whether or not it's because you're brown skinned or light skinned or whatever. We just got to do right, and the question is, when are we going to change? And I can say when, and the only reason why I say when is because if we don't change, something has to happen. And today, this weekend, you saw it.
Who's
25 kids, like people got killed in a Walmart.
But,
that is scary,
but we have to look at that now, and that's another
25 people that got killed.
But you know what baffles me about that? Like the people that got killed in El Paso, Texas, the people that got killed in Ohio, the mass shootings, how the news portrays it as mental health issues, fatherless homes. When they do it, when white America does it, it is a mental health issue. It comes from a fatherless home. So we're shifting the narrative of how we view them. But the same issues that they go through, African Americans go through systemic mental health issues that has been impacted and compounded on top of their lives. When we get into it and we have black on black violence, we are menaces to society. We are criminals, We were bred to do this, and the justice system paints a whole nother picture, and then the criminal, how they handle the situation is completely different.
Definitely, y'all. We're going to come back in just a second. We're going to double back because this is a hot topic, and we got to get ready, and we got to get into that. Y'all, 8 o'clock, we got an interview with Doc Hurf, our artist spotlight out of Rockford, Illinois. Y'all, get ready. 105.7 FM. Please make sure you dial in, 815-312-3172. We want to see y'all. We want to hear from y'all. Talk to y'all. All that. Yeah, boy. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I'm here. Y'all can't hear me. I don't know why. I just can't compromise. Why do you even try?
I think I need my cameraman. I think I need a camera turned for me in Malaysia.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think.
What's
I'm
up?
tight on her, and I still don't see.
You don't see her?
105.7 FM.
Me.
It's your girl, Tina Renee.
And last time we was like right on time with it.
Babe,
What you think now, man?
up there.
Hold on one second.
He want to be in the video. They keep popping up.
He obviously.
He be like,
Sit in that chair, boy.
Hey, Mike.
You ain't gonna come back.
Mike.
We agree, right?
Turn this some more, man.
What's up, y'all?
I don't think he's still turning it.
Uh-oh, turn it. Turn it this way more. And you can still see Malaysia though, huh?
A little bit more, Tony.
good?
Nothing changed.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How was y'all weekend?
Refresh it.
No.
Okay, yeah.
We about to get started in a
You
minute.
didn't refresh it.
Got to do that.
That's why you didn't see it move. You're probably going to get way more now.
I just seen me stand up. It's just coming late. I'm just on. Yeah, don't refresh
Yeah, you're right,
yours.
Courtney,
Hey,
100%.
Don't refresh yours.
You have to hold our political, our conservative,
25
fake
seconds.
evangelists, church leaders, organizations.
You can
yes,
go ahead
we
and
gotta
cut those
hold all of
mics
them
up.
accountable.
Mike, I still can't.
If we don't, we're going to stay in the
Okay.
same boat.
Mike, push that microphone into the middle.
You know me, off with
That's
it.
okay. That's okay.
Cut the mics up, Mike, Rocky. What's up? We back.
You just can't feel the background music now all of a sudden.
Well, you know what? It was like three. I was like, hold on, how do we get from Ashley Armstrong to this music? I wasn't prepared.
My special background music.
I was still stuck on Ashley, and I was like, where's this other music coming from?
Man,
like, you know,
Ashley Armstrong.
Mm-hmm. Take over. Yes, R&B soul. Well, no, she's R&B hip hop. She's amazing though. I like her. Yeah, y'all. So we're back. We was talking about the situation where the gentleman was led by rope, and then we kind of jumped on to, the 25 people that was killed at the Walmart. And Tony, you were talking.
Oh, what I was saying is just the discrepancies. It's complete discrepancies in how we are treated as Black and Brown Americans compared to white Americans when it comes to policing. Mm-hmm. You know, we're always deemed as the villain, the menace to society, and when it comes to them, it's mental health, it's traumatic issues, it's a detriment to society that we have to take care of. You only hear about gun control when it's a mass shooting and it's involving white Americans.
But you know what's crazy? I'm glad you said that. Is that when as just speaking, my biggest thing is how is it that he was like not even injured or harmed?
Like ready to take him to Burger King. You want a sandwich?
No, see you.
I'm just saying we have to think. We have to think about that. Let's be for real.
That just really hit me.
They pamper them all the time.
My question is, would y'all have rather they shot him dead?
No, I don't think right is right and wrong is wrong. But I'm just like, look, when I think about all the situations where folks passed, like the Trayvon Martins and who else, the Sandra Bland's, and the list goes on. These folks lost their lives, and this person just sat there, the one that shot up the church and killed all those people, and then this person that goes to Walmart and shoot up 25 people, like they only got a scratch.
Because
like, did you even pinch them?
They exhaust all possibilities when it comes to white Americans.
Do you think, Tony, with everything that's going on, and they're saying like proper police control, that's changing things now?
I think the difference is in those situations is the policing. You have the police who negotiated with them. They handled the situation the way they were supposed to in the El Paso situation versus the police officers who took down somebody like not Trayvon Martin, but somebody like the other African American victims. I think it's the way that the police handle it is the police themselves.
Which one you want, Eric Garner?
There you go, but I'm saying it's a different way. Those are not the same police officers who acted the same way. So you got to think about the mental capacity and the knowledge of the officer or the arresting officer. Yeah.
You know what really hit me too? So like we get the 25 people that was killed in Walmart. We think about everything that's taking place. But then I turned on to the TV and I saw all those folks that was killed in Chicago. That looked like us.
And what they say.
And it had nothing to do with police officers.
But what they say.
It just had a lot to deal with people killing each other. It's like, what in the world is going on?
But that's what I'm saying. So when that happened,
like normal though.
Did they talk about mental health?
Yeah, on some of them they like there's an issue with mental health.
Right.
But it's like for me, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's really our African. Like not only are we looking at Caucasians killing African American people or brown skinned folks, but we're killing ourselves. Like what the world? Like even though the killing that took place in Rockford the last couple of weeks,
but
it's scary, man.
But crime is proximity.
Let me tell you something. I don't want it in that close proximity. Period. I can't even get the word out.
I get what you're saying, but
like, come on.
But what we're talking about though is crime is proximity. White people kill white people. Black people kill black people.
Not true.
Yes, it is. Hispanics kill Hispanics. Crime is proximity. What you are surrounded by, the people that commit crimes are people, 9 times out of 10, people you know and close to you.
That's crazy.
So that's proximity. But when it comes to crime, everything is about how it's policed and how the information is put out. Yeah. When it's crime, when it's white on white crime, we don't hardly hear about that like that. It happens. All you gotta do is look on mugshots.
Like I look at like Jeffrey Dahmer that was put out there when he killed all those folks, and the list goes on. I'm not gonna say that it's any different.
Right.
I think how we put put information out there sometimes is misleading, because a lot of times when
Who
you
puts
hear
the
somebody,
information out there?
I mean, news, it doesn't mean that the people that's in news is just may not. Some folks may look like us. We don't know that. I'm just gonna say, for me, what's troubling is the fact that it's happening. It's constantly happening, and it's getting closer, and it's getting scary. Like, back in the days, it was like, men, kids, and women are off limit. Now they like, I don't care, let's shoot up all the kids and the women, let's just drive by. Like, it's so scary that I'm scared. I'm driving to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I got my pistol on my lap. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I got it on my lap. Forget under my seat. I got it on my lap, because I'm like, what if somebody decides to rob me? And I've never been so fearful. I don't even go out. Now that's bad.
It's all mental health and the deprivement of
mentally,
access.
I'm unprepared.
It's mental health and the deprivement of access.
It's hard for me to talk about it, because
when people are deprived.
I come from a spiritual standpoint, and people don't even want to hear that nowadays. But I come from a spiritual standpoint. Like, people want to sit here and blame it all on mental illness, but what is mental illness but emotions? Cluttered emotions, depressed emotions. That's what it is. That's what mental illness is. And when you don't have control of your emotions, then that's when those problems start. And we talked about mental illness the other time, so I won't dig into that too much. But I always come from a spiritual standpoint, because, like I said, we all looking for answers. How can we fix this? It's the president's fault. It's the police fault.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The police are people. The murderers are people. The news are people. These are people doing these things. These are people who have no mental illness. They're just doing it because they want to do it. They want to do it. You can blame it on so-and-so. You can blame it on so-and-so. But it's the individuals who are making these decisions every single day to do these things, these bad things, these negative things, these evil things. And I've said this on my Facebook. There's a difference between mental illness and evil.
There you go.
Of course.
The El Paso shooter, they can say he had mental illness and all that
he's evil.
stuff. He was evil. He made the choice to go in and he didn't kill people. That was a choice. You can blame it on Trump. You can blame it on the NRA. You can blame it on who you want to blame it on. But the truth is, he made that decision, and everybody's making decisions. And these decisions been going on since the beginning of time. People been killing people, massacring people, brutality, violence.
There you go.
It's been here. It's a human problem. It's part of human nature.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And how is that human nature? How is that a part of human nature? Like, if we look at our police, majority of our police areas that they've never been raised up in, they don't know the culture. A lot of them are from small town, rural areas. So
not necessarily.
A lot of them are.
I think sometimes, like, when you talk, you think like the people in Rockford. Is you see these folks that's in Rockford that, like, they stay in Rockford. They stay right in the hood.
They stay in Rockford.
They stay in Rockford.
But
they
when
not
they
like
came
they coming from dang on Loves Park.
Most of them come from rural areas. Most of them police officers come from rural areas outside. When they become a police officer, they move to different parts of Rockford.
We got some police officers that's on our line.
Yeah, please chime in, and they'll tell you.
Please chime in.
Because a lot of
815-312-3172.
I know so many police officers, white police officers. No, I'm not saying they're not
please
bad.
chime in.
He's very true about
and
that.
they're not.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right?
They're not bad police officers.
I come from a whole line of friends as police officers outside of the Chi, and they from the Chi, and they live right on 47. They stay right on 69.
But you talking about?
They ain't saying that my brother is deep in the dang on police, and he ain't coming from no rural area.
You talking about the African American police,
I know,
right?
I'm not necessarily African American. My
Majority-
family like a whole dang on rainbow.
Majority of your white police officers do not come from the areas that they preside over.
What you did is you did, but what you just did for me, Tony, is that as if all police officers are white.
No, I didn't say
because
that.
what you just said, you was like all white part. You said police officers come from rural areas. I said that's not true, because not all police officers come from rural areas.
That's not what I said.
You did.
I said most police officers
come from
that are in these that come from rural areas that patrol areas that they are not from. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is they take a police officer that grew up in Dixon.
That's right.
Okay, he watched news and media all his life, and he sees African Americans as violent, unresponsible, ignorant, whatever you want to call it, and you watch TV and that's what they see. So now they turn around and they go and they become police officers. A lot of your police officers used to get bullied when they was in high school. And now they have the tables turned.
You got a computer. Let's look up on the stats on that one.
Now they want to be the tough guy.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's been proven. A lot of them don't even go through, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to go through a psychological training, but they really don't have that. They go in, they go sit there, and they have to go through the little class, and they're going to go through with the little checklist, and they getting the answers and different things right behind it.
That's it.
I have quite a few white friends that are police officers, and the first thing they told me was when they started working in certain areas, they had a whole different picture of the area in their mind before they got there and got to know the people.
Can I ask the honest question? Now, I get what you're saying, but can we talk about the fact that should they not go into those areas on guard? Should they not go to those areas not, not prepared?
I think
we gotta be truthful and honest about our communities. They're not the safest.
They're
we can
not.
sit here and paint this picture.
And it's no different. Our communities are no. All I'm saying is our communities are no different than white American communities. Okay, but
I gotta put the finger up, Tony.
You talking about a different music choice. We all do the same things. We all have people that do drugs. We all have people that drink and drive. We all have people that, do whatever. We have the same things going on in all of our communities, but each episode is treated different depending on who's doing it.
I'm gonna say I agree with you on something, because when it all boils down, so what when your friends become police officers, can they work in their same hood?
They should be able to.
They should be
and
able
a lot
to.
Of, and a lot of them
when
can.
they become police
I
officers in Swell,
they go to
they had to go to
pigs, y'all
man.
that. You would sell out. I'm not gonna lie. One of my good friends became a police officer. And as soon as he got to the hood,
so they had to leave.
But that's the ignorance. But see, here's the thing. That's the ignorance on our part in our community. But a lot of our police officers, they do come to our communities, and they're placed with other officers who work our communities a different way. And a lot of people don't know that first year, that police officer, his job, he's banking on the person that he's with who's shadowing him. Because if that person going to office and say, no, he's not going to cut it. I also know police officers that's been in cars with other officers while they were on training. And the officer that was with him was a white officer and was completely bogus about his stop and everything he did. But I'm not in a position, and I don't have enough rank where I can go say something about it. So now I got to sit here and deal with it. So a lot of our officers are put in predicaments to whether they got to choose, okay, am I finna secure my job, or am I finna be looked at differently by our community? But that also goes to our community holding our people in our community responsible to respect
hold
officers.
on. I just need you to repeat that one more time.
That also goes to our community, to holding people in our community to respect African American officers at the same time.
Go one more time.
Man, they heard me.
Oh, okay. I just
exactly
wanted to hit it with an amen. I just felt like that was an amen coming on. Did y'all feel it? I mean, we just got to respect officers, period. I mean, like, for the ones that that ain't right. Best believe you see a lot of internal affairs like showing up at them doors. No difference than Mike. Was it me and you talking about the folks? No, it was me and Reggie talking about the military folks that was doing something illegal, and as soon as they got ready to line up, they called them for line up, and then they arrested them right on the spot for doing something that was bogus. I think for the forefront, because we got now they're required to wear cameras and things of that nature. Oh, it's calling a lot of bogus stuff,
right,
man.
But still,
and people now can videotape this stuff.
Even still with videotaping, like the Ferguson, the Mike Brown. They done did a whole documentary, done went through there, and they seen nothing that officer said was true or correct. And he got paid. It's almost like a game if a white police officer does something bogus or even kills an African American. There's people in the community that are so big on racism and that are racist. They raise money for these people. So guess what? If I lose my job and I don't go to jail, I just got to go fund me for $300,000.
Well,
I might as well pop one.
And let me tell you something.
You
see folks up there trying to pay to get R. Kelly off, and you know he done did it. People do the craziest things, and why they do it, and we don't know. It's no difference than I hear, people say, things about Trump and how he's not a great president. But there's people that, guess what, that backs him 124/7. And that's the views, and that's people's choices.
And that's just like,
people religion is different than other folks. How I walk is different than how you talk. And you say I'm country, but for other folks think I'm proper. It don't matter. How people view us is how they view us, and that's just sad.
And that's what I'm saying. And my guy Brian Moore just posted on here, which I appreciate that reminder, bro. just going back to even the documentary When They See Us. A lot, it's not just black people that are police officers. It's black people that are in the education system.
Oh, yeah.
It's black people that hold political offices, and they are afraid to lose their job.
That's in society,
so
man.
They allow things to happen, and they know it. They just, I got to sit here. I can't lose my job. I'm depending on X, Y, and Z, so I can't lose it. So until we as a community start to stand up and say, hey, this is not right. I tell people all the time, I get that you are afraid to lose your job. But if me keeping my job cost 3 people their life, was it worth it?
Yeah.
But we do it.
You know, I was doing this case. This is a little bit off topic, but I was doing this case, right? And I'm gonna be totally honest with you that I saw this some inequality that took place in this organization, and I spoke out about it. I spoke out. It probably was the wrong thing to do, because as soon as I spoke out of it, and they always say no retaliation, man, they'll find a way to mess with you.
Oh yeah.
They'll find a way to mess with you, and people think like, and a lot of times like, hey,
they wait.
You know they wait.
They
so
wait.
you start to document it.
Like,
you start to document it like
everything.
But you know, the fact of the matter is, when it comes to equal opportunity, most people they'll do all the initial steps of recording it, sending it in, but don't continue with it because out of fear that they're gonna mess with them. And that's the thing about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was in that situation. I was in this situation recently, where I was like, you know what? I want to walk away because I know for a fact that I'm not treated. I'm treated differently than how this other person from another color is. And I was like, I'm gonna do this. And in my heart, I was like, you know what, Tina? That little boy over there really rely on me. But then I'm like, you know what? I gotta take that my best foot forward and move on and just like go on about my business, because it's weighing on me. Like, how could you continue to do this? But people are fearful because, like, especially if you got a dependent that rely on you. And I get it. It's easy for some folks that ain't ever been through it, but when your family is relying on you, you're like, man, do I make this decision or not? But eventually you're gonna have to make that decision, decision and step out on faith, because they ain't gonna treat you right and your soul ain't gonna sit right. You're gonna find yourself going crazy because you know for a fact that, guess what, I either gotta leave now and put my best foot forward, or they gonna drive me into doing something that's crazy.
You know, I went through that at a job I was at, to where, you know, working construction and, you know what I'm saying, the union jobs, and you get your pay rate or whatever. So I'm working, and, you know, I've come to find out that some people that I trained were starting to get paid more than me. But I'm like, I trained them. How do you get more than me? So when I found out and I brought that up,
I'm gonna stop training.
No, I brought it up, and I'm like, okay, well, this is what it is. You doing this for them, you got to do it for me. I already know the game. So they hurry up and gave me that difference and gave me back pay like I was just going to be cool and not say nothing. So me, the type of person I am, I got to going around like, man, what's going on? What they giving you? And I find out what different people getting. So I made some contacts, and, you know, I called the EEOC and everything. They're like, well, if you got 4 or 5 people that can say this and we can prove this, guaranteed y'all got a class action shut down. So I got the people together, prove it, paperwork, everything. Send the stuff to the man, give him their number. So all he got to do is call them. Now these fellas done gave me the paperwork and everything, sent it all in. All they got to do is call them. I had one come to me, yeah, man, that dude called me, man. I ain't answer, you know. This, I don't know. This the best job I done had since I got out. I can't afford to lose this. I said, you ain't got a raise in almost 2 years. How's this the best job? They treating you. Mm-hmm. Man, I got kids, man. Yeah. I can't lose this. We be afraid. My boy called me today. Shout out to Kevin Levin. My boy called me today, said, the problem is with our people is we go to the pool and we like to put our feet in. But we scared to go to the deep end. So because we're scared to go to the deep end, whoever you came with a lot of times got to stay on that shallow side to babysit you. So you holding up their progress and you holding up yours.
Definitely. That's some deep stuff. Because some folks are just scared. I ain't scared. I'm jumping. I'm jumping in there. I'm jumping in. I'm swimming. Matter of fact, throw me a floaty, somebody. 105.7 FM. Soulful Discussions. It's your girl, Tina Renee, Tony Turner, Malaysia Jordan, Mike J, and Rocky. 815-312-3172. Make sure y'all call in. One more time. 815-312-3172. You cut me off too early.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cut me back on. One more time. 815-312-3172. Call in. I got not long. Exclusive interview with Doc Rockford, the man of the hour.
Tamika, we got to get you on here.
So anybody had any questions or any comments or anything yet?
Hey, don't you guys forget to do the shout outs to the companies that supported us.
Oh yeah, we will. I got them all on the phone.
Okay.
815-312-3172.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's it, Brian. That's it.
So we talking about a couple things, man. We talking about the guy that was led by the rope out of Texas. We talked about policing. We talked about the killings of the 25 people out in Walmart. Yeah, we talking about a whole lot. Hot topics. So for discussions, you know, how these folks out here perceive us as if we're animals or something, man. That's not who we are. We human. We got issues just like everybody else. Sometimes we have bad days, but we got to protect each other. We're tired of the killing. We're tired of it, man. We're tired of our babies dying. I drink more water when I'm here, I swear. Uh-oh. Malaysia, let me tell you something. You better teach me how to dance.
Yes.
Okay, Doc.
I still need to sing you that song, Jamaican song.
I got you. Stay there. Stay right there.
See, that's what people don't understand. It's all policing.
Stay right there.
The enforcement of regulations or an agreement. Your job is policing. School is policing.
A minute and 14
Yeah,
seconds.
all of it.
Instruction. Yep.
I love it. It's so funny. I learned not to trust people. I've been in HR for like 20 years. And then, like, when people do things that's unjust, and I tell them just like this, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do it right.
Okay.
You got to make sure if you're going to talk to my team, you got to be able to say, hey, team, I'm talking to your team about this. What's your
I think
issue?
that's Brian Moore.
You can't talk to my team and somebody bring you an issue and then you don't even tell me about it.
Radio.
42
Like,
seconds.
no.
Yeah, display radio, man.
I tell them off in a minute. If you're going to do it, you got to do an investigation right. So this is, now that you did your investigation, let me tell you about your investigation, what you did wrong. Blah, 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 blah. I said, what you did wrong. I told one lady, what you did wrong is, y'all forget I've been in HR for 20 years. Documented. When I have conversations with people, I literally tape their whole conversation.
Brian Moore, yeah.
I don't blame you.
So if they ever say I said something,
Exactly.
and then I message them, look, and have it in my phone.
Period.
Yeah, not at all.
Can we get some mic juice?
If we had some mics.
Y'all ready to go? You ready to go?
Yeah.
Of course.
And we back.
Back, for sure.
Man.
Rocky almost left us back for a long
Yeah.
time.
Man, that was that one call away.
One call away, man.
Erica Henderson.
Man, she's so dope.
My boy on the
Yes.
line and he ready.
What'd he say? Tell him to call in.
He already
815-31.
called in. We
He's on
finna
hold.
patch him
He's
in
on
now.
the
Oh, did I miss that call?
Yeah, we ready.
Oh, shoot. Obviously, I didn't hear anything. Look, let me tell you something. My headphones is on 1,000,000 right now. I'm like in the vibe.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to the caller.
Go ahead, Tony.
Brian, you there right now? Hello? Brian?
You got to cut Brian up.
You gotta turn him up a little bit. Hello? Can't hear him, Rock.
No, I can't hear him. Brian, we can't hear you, bro.
Rocky just keep touching the knob. He ain't even turning it up.
Yeah, he's up, man.
Hello?
Is he still there? That's the whole
Tell
thing.
Brian to
Do
call
you got
back.
it? Is he still on hold or is he off hold? I
Hello,
hear
there you
somebody.
go.
Hello?
It's just it's their phone or something.
Hey, they got the Verizon wireless. Which
I got Verizon.
I got
Oh,
Verizon.
which one of
I'm
them
on
companies
everywhere.
went down
Yeah, I
this
got
week,
bars.
last week? Oh, Verizon.
But we was back up.
Verizon got it.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
was
was
down
back
all
up.
day, man.
No, we was down for half a
Brian,
day.
where you at? A half a day. What's the same thing? That's like being without your lifeline.
Okay.
Mike, I couldn't call
Don't
you and say,
handle no
Mike.
Hold on.
I hear him.
I hear him a little bit.
Hold on, Brian. He almost here.
Hello? Okay.
There
okay.
you go.
Rocky got it
What's
together now.
up?
They can't hear it out here though,
Going good.
so they're not gonna be able to hear it on the video.
Yeah, they'll hear it.
Yeah, they will. They're here.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.